Nice to hear you again. How are you?
I'm fine. What about you?
I'm really good, really good. Thank you for
Yeah,
asking. And how was your day so far? Can you please tell me what did you do today?
I didn't go to school today, and I can actually slept until
Oh, really?
9 a.m.
Uh,
and yeah, satisfying.
Oh, so you practically you enjoy a little bit.
Yes,
Ah.
because this is the only day that I can enjoy it,
Mm-hmm.
and other days then wake up at 6.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, very.
Which I think I compare about the difference between Vietnam and Australia. Then in Australia, that at least that in my uncle's house, that I can sleep with the maximum until 12 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
I sleep the whole morning, and then wake up and eat lunch immediately without breakfast. And that's the
Mm-hmm.
thing that I enjoy. I enjoyed with her son, but
Mm-hmm.
also my coach,
Mm-hmm.
and now she's in Australia. So that actually very comfortable and satisfying when I can sleep through the morning. But even though that the other days that I wake up at 7:30, it's still very late compared to Vietnam, and I really like that. Yeah.
Oh, very nice, very nice. So yeah, that is really great because when I was young, for example, I didn't want to sleep so much. I don't know
Yeah.
why, but I didn't want to sleep. But now, now
Yeah.
I need to sleep all the time. When
Yeah.
I wake up, I feel very, very sleepy. Okay, so
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I'm really, really sleepy about when I wake up.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
I.
I think that is a difference between I think that the biggest difference between the kindergarten and grade 12 is probably the
Mhm,
sleeping. When you're kindergarten, you don't like to sleep in the evening because you want to play. But
mhm,
in grade 12, you like enjoy each minute of sleep
mhm,
because you have to keep awake until 1 or 2 a.m.
mhm.
to do all your homework because grade
Oh.
12 is I think so tough in Vietnam. Students have to keep awake until 1 or 2. So if they sleep 5 hours a day, it's a very rare thing. And they use
Mhm,
all the breaks time just to sleep. Yes.
mhm.
So I
Oh.
think that I can do about tough is the Vietnamese university test.
Mhm. Because okay, that was that you mentioned now. That was, for example, a long time ago. That was a long time ago. For example, when I was a student, like your age or a little bit older, we used to have a lot of things that we need to do. A lot of things. So we need to do. We used to have a lot of homework. And when I compare, for example, now students now who are your age, it's much easier for them, much easier. But this is an interesting thing. For example, I know that now it's really tough for you, and maybe sometimes hard, and maybe sometimes I understand this. But when you grow up, you will be grateful
Yeah.
because Asian students right now, when we compare, for example, in my country or Western countries, are much smarter than students uh, about their age. So I don't want to speak about students from USA, from Canada, from no, you are on advanced level comparing to them because they only care about what will they do in their free time, and they have a lot of free time, not obligations, not something that you need to do, homeworks, etc. So they okay, but
But
later on you will.
yeah, I think that's very tough. And you think that your country have this tough exam?
No, right now no, because when I look at the exams that I used to have my exams, and when I
Yeah.
was, for example, 13 or 14 years old, when I take a look at these
Yeah.
exams, and when I compare with the exams, what do they students what do they have now?
Yeah.
It's much earlier. It was much difficult for students. Now it's very easy. So, for example, I want to give you one example. When I was 13 or 14 years old, it was 1997. Let's be precise, 1997. So in this period of time, internet was really, really bad and was really expensive, really expensive.
So no one cares, right?
Not every family.
No one cares about internet, right?
Yes. Computers, people now it's ordinary thing that when someone wants to buy a computer, this is normal thing. Back then, no, you couldn't get your computer. Okay, so all information that you need to have, you want to get, you need to go to school to speak. You have a school library, or to go to the public library to get books and get information. You didn't have. So practically you need to find information, but not now. It's easy. Okay, I want to Google about something, I will find information. But back then, it was much harder. Okay. Especially, for example, now you have in your country, I'm familiar, I don't know to use it, but Zalo, you have Zalo. In my country, we have WhatsApp, we have Viber, we have all these applications that we are using.
Too, right?
Yes, Messenger, and and you can use it without any problems to get any information that you want. Now it's much easier. So, and for example, even though I used to have in 1998, I used to have a mobile phone, but I used to have mobile phone only for two things. Only for two things: speaking, to call someone, or to text someone. But messages were so expensive. Okay, so you buy credit for messages.
Yeah.
Okay. For example, you spend $3 or $4.
Yeah.
And every message has 160 characters. So basically, if you want to say something, you're trying to put 160 characters. So it's
maximum, right? Yeah, to save.
No,
I think that in India today, that $3 or $4 was actually, that is pretty high, right? Yeah.
Yes, and you need to. And now I want to compare. I just want to tell you about your education. Okay. Your education, you have a lot of homework. You have, I know, sometimes it's irritating. Sometimes, you want to just to sleep, nothing else.
Yes.
But this is the way how you will be prepared for the future, for fights in the future. For example, I know some people who are my age. Can you imagine, 40 years old, in Western countries? They don't know to pay the bill. So for example, they need to pay the bill. They need to pay electricity, to pay water, to pay, I don't know. They don't know to do that. So that is horrible. So, and this is why I think that you will be prepared for stress. You will be prepared easily. Everything you will manage on many easier level to overcome these obstacles that you are having right now. So so this is the in my opinion, this is something that is really, really important. Okay.
Yes. And I think that I think that talking about tough, that is I think that Vietnam is no longer compared to the test that got the Sangyeong in Korea. That in the story, the 18th of November, that the Korea will stay 8 hours completely silent without any noise. The planes have to delay, and all the work have delayed by an hour, because that's the day where the test that happened. That's the most important test for every Korean student. And do you know how tough it is? Yes, that is over 460,000 students take part in. Only 3 people have the full score. So the chance of a full score is 0.00067%. And the only dream is to go to a high school with the future door will open for them. So they can keep awake even further than Vietnam. Have to wake up even at 5 and end in 3. That's pretty normal for them. And they just keep awake, even though 10, I think the 10 p.m. That is still in the outside class in order to study, because the test is so hard. For example, the math. Each question can be a same size as one paragraph. And about the English that makes even the originary pupil in like Australia or America feel confused when we not talk about the Korean doing that, because it uses ton of grammatical that even the people that are American and Australian don't know, but they have to study. And I think that the brain will have to work 24/7 almost. And so they can't, each second they're not studying is one part that will fail the test. They use some extra, even the little seconds to study. So they don't have any time to play. So I think that phones will be completely useless when this thing like that. It's actually that's pretty tough. And I want to tell you the story to see that's how tough the test is actually be in other countries, not just Vietnam.
Yes, it's really hard. I understand because my friend he's living in Da Nang in your country, and he told me he's a teacher. He's a teacher like me, but we used to be colleagues. He used to live in my country and moved and come to your country, and we spoke a lot about these things that are happening in your country. Okay, we spoke about your education and everything else, and I can see that everything here is in your country is much let's say complicated comparing to my country. Because like you have for example, when I was young, I used to have in the first 4th grade, I used to have male teacher. He was so strict. He was allowed to punish us, for example, not to slap us, but for example, he took here when you do something bad, when you do something wrong, he take here from here and squeeze. Okay, and when you do something bad, and when you do something that is not okay, so he used to do that, but now everything is allowed for students. Okay, so this is the bad thing. You don't, for example, when I was young, we used to have, let's say, when parents come to school, and when the student has bad grades, and usually my parents ask, why do you have bad grades? What did you do? Why did you didn't learn? But now what is happening, parents come to school and ask teachers why my son has a bad grades. They practically they are not saying that maybe the boy is wrong. They're saying that his son is right and no question asked, and everything is allowed. Okay, and teachers cannot, for example, if the boy or a girl is naughty during the class, teachers cannot expel the student, cannot say go out. Okay, now in your country, teachers are very respected by parents, by students, by everybody. So you showed respect. But in my country, teachers are not anymore. people don't respect them, okay, and that is the problem, one of the problems that we are facing. So this is why, for example, I stopped. I was a teacher in a public school. I stopped to do that because I couldn't do anything. So if I say to you, for example, hey, Khang, please focused more. Please focus more. I know that you will be more focused, but in a public school, you cannot say you need to be more focused. You cannot say that. It's really bad. It's really, I don't know how to describe it. I used to work and I know that, but in your country it's different. You show respect. When we started to learn, you show respect, and it's much easier for us, for teachers to do their job. Okay.
Okay. And I would tell you, I have some information about this, so you will know that how complicated the test will be. And it's actually pretty long. Yeah.
I'm reading.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, this. Oof. Well, I can see. Okay, I will read after this class, but it's a long text.
Okay.
But I can see that yes, but now the tests, like I read a couple of lines, and I see that this test is really hard.
Yeah.
Yes, and this is why, for example, some things are not comparable. For example, in your country and my country. Okay, so people cannot compare these things at all. It's much harder. It's much harder in your country, definitely. Yes, but okay, and which subject? Okay, I just want to ask you, which subject do you consider that is the most difficult for you? Okay, so which subject is really difficult for you?
I think that the subject that's most difficult for me behind arts is literature.
Because?
Yes. Because I have to write long paragraphs, even multiple times. Because it's not paragraph, it's a multiple paragraphs. It's like a kind of a part of a newspaper. And when you write that, you have to be very careful. Because I know a time where I have to write four of the same, I think that I have to write four of the exact same of it, because it's completely wrong. Yeah. So
yes.
I have to write an essay four times straight in a day. And
why?
I don't, yes, because there keep some mistakes that I don't even know. That even if I feel that is good, but teachers don't. So I have to write that multiple times. But also other students, other students have too. Since that it is so hard that I even have a grade 7 out of 10 in the, I think that in the middle term 2 test. And I have a top 10 of the lowest literature score students. And if we compare that, I got B or even C if we are used on American grades ranking. So it's really hard. I think the most difficult part is probably the essay in the test, or a question such as to comment about something, comments about something, and a thing that you see in a paragraph, or the next thing that you analyze the thing, like you analyze this point, this paragraph, so blah blah blah, like that. You know why it's so hard? Because it's so general. So it's very small question with no hints. So it's really hard. And I think that after the arts that this is so hard that I think that is if we compare somebody that is in a category that's called impossible at this mind. Right after arts. Yeah. There I think that if I would be ranked something in the difficulty, it came out in 5 different things. So it's easy, medium, hard, is almost impossible, and impossible. And literature, I think that in the top category is the impossible, since it's.
Do you have, for example, in your classroom, do you have some students who can easily overcome these obstacles with literature? Do you have someone who is good at this kind of subjects?
I think that if I remember correctly, there are about 5 students, which is got A+ in the test that I just said. Yeah, it's 9.5 out of 10.
Okay, and
yeah, writing skills.
Okay, and probably you're speaking with them. Okay, so how? What do you think? Why are they so good in this subject? Why?
I don't know. Maybe because this subject is about 90% of the brain's imagination. So I think that their imagination is so good that they can think of really good ideas and like write them. But how they write them is actually like is pretty good because it's so hard. So I think that I have to practice. And you know that this subject is I think one of the sleepiest subject. That if you're sleepy, because it's full of letters. And you know that why do we like reading comics? Because we see paintings are the main thing, and the letters second.
Yes.
But for the literature, it's completely opposite. So we don't like reading things that are like there are so many letters that feel very bored of reading, and also that nowadays teenagers' patience is actually going down. I said so many times that about we only cares about a minute video when you're watching TikTok, right? So literature is a subject that requires that personality. So we have to like very patient to read a whole book that is about 300 pages long with over 1 million letters. You know that how impatient, and we have to fight against the boredom. Is how.
Okay. Okay. Yes. But how? Okay. So are these some of these books? Maybe are they interesting in some way? Do you find some books, for example, I know that there's a lot of letters and everything else, but do you find something? Can you find something that is interesting for you in these books that you are reading?
I don't find anything interesting since it's full of letter and letter. Yes.
Okay. Yes. Okay. I'm laughing because I used to have the same problem when I was your age. Okay. To be honest, completely, I used to have the same problem. The problem was, like you mentioned, a lot of letters, nothing else. Letters, and just letters, nothing else. And it was sometimes it was very frustrating for students to read all of these letters all the time. Okay, so that was something that is quite not good for us. So it was really bad for us when I used to be a student like you. And you, as you know, I was in sport, and yeah, it was quite. I want to tell you one interesting story, because I don't like music, and I don't like art, and I don't like yourself literature. Okay, so what happened when it was? You can Google about this. That you see that I'm not lying. This is to complete true. In 1999, I was in a high school, so I was in the first grade of the high school. We have 4 grades. I was in the first grade, and okay, and there was a NATO bomb. NATO bomb our country, and we need to finish. For example, we have 77 days NATO aggression. They attacked my country. We used to have aggression. They bomb our country, and we, in our schools, we finished. We have our grades. We finished everything, and they give us the grades. We didn't go to school because it was war. We didn't go to school. It was stopped. We stopped with everything, and when we came to school, that they give us the grades about, let's say, our success. NATO bombing was started on March 23rd March in 1999 and finished after 77 days. So imagine that we finished approximately when the school is over. And when we came to school, some teachers tell us, okay, you have, okay, I will use. We used to have grades 1 to 5. 1 is the bad score, 5 is the best score that you can get, and all subjects when we finished, all subjects were finished, but only art, music, and literature. For my side, it was somewhere in between. So especially music, can you imagine that we have bombing of our country? I can hear bombs falling down, destroy everything. And my music teacher told me, you need to write like in a notebook. We need to use from the book, and we need to write, to put little decorations and everything that look really nice. But we are in the middle of the war, and I need to do that. And my father was in a military service, so it was it was funny and sad at the same time. So I understand when you want to say that something can be boring for you, just something that you don't like it. Yeah.
Something repeat is bored.
Yes.
For example, eating. Eating is, I think, this is the main thing that we talk about bored. That if we eat so many, even though the fried chickens is so delicious, did you appreciate that?
Fried chickens? What?
Yes. The KFC fried chicken.
Yes. What about them?
It's very delicious. Do you think so?
Yes.
But if we, for example, that are people that offer me to eat this every day, every meal, and after once that we realize that it's not a taste as good as before. See, we eat it repeat it so every day, then with your mouth is bored. So you will feel bored also.
Yes.
So I think that if you like eating a lobster, it's very expensive. It is very delicious too. But if you eat that every day, if you have money, I think that is not gonna worth it. You feel bored really quickly, only after a month. No, 2 or 3 weeks.
Yes, very
repeat
quickly.
action is so impatient and bored that everybody feel bored when doing something that's over and over again. But I think that I found some people which are very patient. You know about Thomas Edison, inventor.
Yes, I know about him.
With over 1,000 inventions that completely changed the world. Is not as intelligent as we think.
Really?
He's just doing it over and over again. And do you know the story of the light bulb?
Yes, I know that story.
After 10,000 failures, that he finally invented. When it fell and fell over again, the king said that he was I think that all of his hard work is worth nothing. And call him is like a paranoia person.
Paranoia person?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
but he's still loyalty with his dream. And finally, that it took so long, about 10,000 failures, that he finally done it. And after he done it, he's also very comfortable.
Do you know
And I think
that
another person, yeah, there is another person
who?
that I know. But I think that in Minecraft, in the Minecraft game, two of the people, I will send you like the links that lead into the channel, but maybe you have to play Minecraft in order to know what he has said. Even though they speak English, of course. But you have to like, okay, I will send you like a, okay. I will send you a link.
Okay,
lead into
when
I
you,
think that patience. Yeah. That both of them just spent like hours and hours in game just doing things over and over again, but they don't give up in any project that I have attacked. Okay, so this is, I think that when talking about the patient, this is the person that I most admired. I think I really have to admire these two persons that inspired me about the patient. So yes, I think that you can't. If you know about Minecraft, that you can like click into it and watch it. But I think that even though you don't know that you've watched it, because they like spend about the smallest project is about 10 hours. They play games for 10 hours straight, and I think that is I think it's very hard working, and I'm really admire that.
Okay, I want to tell you something about Thomas Edison. I will come back on Minecraft, don't worry. Okay, I want to tell you something about Thomas Edison. Did you know who was the biggest opponent in a science? Do you know that?
I think that is Nikola Tesla, right?
Yes. Did you know that Nikola Tesla is from my country?
Yes. I think that, okay, this is the first time I've done the news, but I know it's true.
Nikola Tesla is from my country. Okay, so he was born in my country, but he finished everything what he needs to finish in USA. But he was born in my country, and everything was connected. I have the same name, Nikola. So as you know, okay, and we call now airport in Serbia. We call Nikola Tesla. So this is the name because of him. But what I want to tell you something about Edison. Edison stole some things from Nikola Tesla and published. So he stole something that was that Nikola Tesla was in. He was in that were his inventions. Okay, so he invented a lot of things, and they stole that from Tesla. Okay, so he stole it. Okay, and I don't know. This is why, for example, Edison is not popular in my country. But those are rumors, so we are not so sure about this. This is something that we used to read about, and we think that this is possibly true, but we are not so sure. Okay, about this, because you have Mihailo Pupin. He's also from Serbia. He was the man who also invented a lot of things. And this is something that is quite interesting when you take a look at a bigger perspective. A lot of people invented a lot of things, and this is something that I want to tell you about Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla. Yes, about Minecraft, I know that people from Eastern countries, from your country, from China, from Korea, Warcraft,
Yeah.
Minecraft, and this kind of games that you are like we call this like your gods of these games. So you play this game really
Yeah.
good. I don't know.
But I think that this is not the most sold games because Tetris beat this. Tetris, do you know about Tetris? There's some bricks that stack on top of each other. That you have
Yes,
to go to the full line, remove them.
yes,
You know that?
yes. I know that. I
Yeah.
know.
So this game beats Minecraft, not the sword.
Mhm.
This game, I think that beats Minecraft and all the Super Mario's. Do you know about the game called Mario?
Yes, of course, Mario. I used
Yeah,
to
I
play
think
when I
that
was
that
young.
game is right after. Yeah.
Yes, I used to play when I was young. I used to play Super Mario when I was your
Yeah.
age and younger than you. I used to play this game, and that I think that was the first game that I have ever started to play. So this was the first game that I used to play when I was a boy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And the game developer that's got an Agnes lesson.
what?
Agnes lesson that Agnes. I was saying this is the developer. This is the developer. Yeah. Okay.
And
This
can you?
is yeah. I
Sorry.
will send to you a okay. 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 So this is I think that is called like a like I don't know what to say in there, but I have to tell you like history about this. I think that is the I think that the people were born and make this the second South game ever. And I think that is the game that is coming out or come all over the world. Okay, so even though that it seems it's so long, Frankenberg is seaside city. Yeah. Okay. I think that you can read it after the class.
Okay, and how do you explain, for example, how do you explain it, for example, okay, in certain games, okay, so we have here some games. How do you explain, for example, why are, let's say, people from Eastern countries, why are they good in Warcraft, Minecraft, these kind of games? And for example, Western, let's say, children, boys, girls, they're not so good in these games. Why?
I think that this game is good for like developing your creativity because you can do anything you want. That is cannot in order for that being happened. So this is a fully creativity games. So almost anyone can like creating like their own home, just go mining or do anything that they want. So they really enjoy it. I think that the reason why it is so successful that we see billion of dollars.
I know. I noticed because when I was younger, of course, when I was younger, I used to play some of these games. But now, of course, I'm not playing because I don't have time to play. But yes, but I was when I take a look because I used to play shooting games. Okay, I used to like to play shooting games, and Asian. Okay, comparing to me, they are much better. But when you compare, for example, someone who is doing this in Europe, or especially in Europe, shooting games, people from Europe are fantastic. I don't know, CS:GO, Valorant, or these games. They're fantastic comparing to Asian people. But Asian people are really good, are fantastic in Warcraft, World of Warcraft, Minecraft, Starcraft, and these games. So complete. It's completely balanced. Let's say balanced. And And I don't know why. So,
Yeah.
okay,
I think
because
that in 2009 that the game is still in beta, so it has nothing to explore. Compared to by now that if you have like unlimited thing to play, some like hundreds of secret game mechanics that is good to like find out, and there is like hundreds of things that you could do. So it's I think that this game is endless things to explore. So I really enjoy it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I think that the most thing that is caused the Minecraft to like blown up all over the world, that is because of a mistake.
Mistake.
Yes, I will tell you that I think that I think that's now very famous and it represents the whole Minecraft.
Mhm.
That is when like a Notch. Notch is a developer, another developer
Mhm.
that he adds things to the game. That he like to create a pigs, but he make it so it's so tall and it's so thin.
Mhm.
Okay, so he changed this model. So add the name or a creeper. Creep means scary.
Mhm.
You know it?
Yes.
Okay, so creeper. That is the thing that make me feel scary. And then that's thing a explosive.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it explode. So this is so interesting that there is some like creeper doors, creeper, I think the creeper doors, creeper books, or like even the logo of Minecraft itself that have a creeper in it. And it's so like that all of the things that is among the creepers in Minecraft that people like buying a lot, making them overpopulation all over the world, all come from a mistake from
I-
Notch. So I
Interesting.
can see that one thing, like I think that when the Neil Armstrong, you know him, that the first people to ever stand in the moon, they just said a sentence that's popular now that is one step
Mhm.
for a human, but a lot of
It's
steps for the whole Earth, if I
uh,
remember correctly.
the one step. This is the big step for the small step
Yeah.
for
So
a
small step for a human and big
big
step for the
step
whole Earth,
for the mankind. For the
right?
mankind.
Yeah, for the mankind. Yes. So I think that now it's the same. It's only a I think that is only a mistake and it's a very small things, but the mankind is actually that increased a lot. So I think that this game is although it seems that it's nice, I think there is some secrets, hundreds of secrets that the Minecraft population is increased so much that every like the title game said 30, 25 things you don't know or secret game mechanics you might have missed. And that kind of videos receive millions of views on YouTube. So I think that how Minecraft completely changed, for example, the world and also the community games. So I think that very interesting story.
To be honest, yes, it's really interesting, inspiring. Okay,
Yes.
wow, wow, amazing. Okay, and yes, okay, you we spoke here about your education, about this topic that is related. But can you tell me something, okay, about your holidays? Okay, when
Yeah.
you're, for example, in my country, we start to go to school at 1st September, and we finished around let's say 10th June. Okay, we have
Yeah.
only one winter break in this period of time during a Christmas, and that's it. How about you? Do you have something like this in your country?
I think that for about the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I think that I will list all of the holidays for all Vietnamese. So first is the Lunar New Year. That's one day.
Mm-hmm.
The 10th holiday is 2 weeks. So a
Mm-hmm.
total of 15 days. 13th of the year, 13th of April and 1st of May. There is 2 days more. So 17.
Mm-hmm.
Next one is 17 is uh the Independence Day is the 2nd of September.
Mm-hmm.
So a total of 18 days. I studied that is 18 national day that we call it as rest at home. That not includes weekends and some bad weather. And I think the thing I like most that is the summer holiday. My school starts 1 week earlier from any other school in Hanoi. That is the 14th of August. But that also means that we will have a summer holiday 1 month earlier than all the other schools in Hanoi too. So I think that I can rest at the 6th of May. So I have about 2 to 3 months of rest. And I think that is that's all that I've thought about the holiday. But the students have to prepare for a week, even though that there is like no homework during the summer. Yeah, no homework during the summer. I think that is a great time for us to rest, because I only has one holiday more because before I has one of the toughest and more important tests for my entire life. That is the grade 9 to 10 test. So I have to enjoy, because after, so 21st of, I think that grade 8 will like for 5 more months. So I think that the 14th of August, that after that I think that I've become tough, and I can't sleep in the Saturday anymore. I only have one Sunday because I have to go to school on the Saturday, but only morning. So I think that I'll be very tough. So I have to enjoy as much as possible, so I can have some good memories. Because as soon as you grown up, everything will change. For example, that when you're small, the whole world is actually very beautiful, because your imagination there is so cool. You can have some pretty fast and also stupidly ideas. But as soon as you grown up, you realize that everything is normal, and you don't feel the world as beautiful as before. That is full of smoke and full of noise and full of responsibility. Yeah, so I have to enjoy it as much as possible. So when you grown up, that you don't feel like we'll waste anything. Yeah, so we have to enjoy our life. Okay, so when for example, that when you do something, you spend so much thing on it, but it's still not successful, and so the thing that left after all of your hard work gone is the complainant about the parents, neighbors, and teachers. That is why do you do so bad? It's fair. If you listen to that but you don't hardworking again, then you even after that you will be the person that they have just said. I'm not saying that I'm not talk about the thing that they tell is wrong, but we have to have. I think that we have to have like the own speech. We can't let the speech that is break us down. We need to like run up again, one more. So that is my own story.
Okay, so yes, I understand what you want to say. It was similar. It was similar when I was somewhere about your age. Okay, so we used to have a couple of holidays that when we need to go, okay, to do certain things. But after this, it was for us it was quite bad, because as you mentioned, we started to learn, we started to be more active. We couldn't because especially I was in sport professionally. Okay, so I used to play volleyball, make money, playing volleyball and make money. So I need to combine two things, to learn and to play volleyball. And sometimes it was really hard to do it. Okay, and after this, when we used to go, when I used to go on my university, it was also really hard to achieve all the things that you mentioned here. So it was like a big problem for us. But now, when I finished all of these things that I need to finish, when I started to do what I want to do, in the end, I was happy because my parents, my grandparents, teachers forced me to learn, to be a better person, better everything, to become more and more better. And to be honest, I'm very grateful for all of them, because you have periods that you cannot learn, that you cannot do certain things, that okay, you have some other, you want to do some other things, but in the end, what is important, in my opinion, okay, so stable education, that you have stable education, that you can find appropriate job for yourself that you enjoy, of course, in your life, and after that, it will be much easier for you. So, in my opinion, all of these things that happened, I'm really grateful about this, because everything that I achieved fair. I didn't steal or do some bad things, but and they teach me how to do it. Okay, teachers, parents, grandparents, they teach me how to do all of these things. So I'm really happy because of that. This is something that I feel proud about myself, and I want to say that I want to say thank you for all of these teachers that I used to have in my life, because they helped me a lot. About my mindset, about everything, to change my mindset, to do the right things. So this is, in my opinion, this is something that went good.
Yeah.
Okay, and and I want to ask you, okay, so about your future. Did you ever think about your future? What is something that you want to achieve? What do you want to, for example, when you finished your school, what do you want to work? Do you have anything that motivates you now that you want to achieve later?
I think that I don't have any, because that all depends on my parents. Or I get just said.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and who decide, for example, about you? Do you like to do you have your decision that you want to decide what do you want to achieve, what you want to do, what school you want to do to go, or you ask your parents about advice?
I don't know. Maybe that I will be just. Oh, I think that it's a thing for the future. I think that the worry now is actually pointless. It makes no sense. So yeah, is I think that useless. So we don't care about it.
Mm. Okay, and did you ever spoke, for example, with your parents? What is something that they want to do? For example, what is something that they want to achieve in the future? Okay, what they want to do as their job? Your best friends. Did you ever spoke with them?
I think that no, because that is the own dream. We can't like complain or comment about that.
No, okay. For example, you can see that you are good in something, and can you, for example, let's say be an IT engineer? What do you think about this?
I think that about that thing, I think that I don't have anything to say.
Mhm.
Maybe that after this, that I will try to think about my future once.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and why?
Because that now in grade 8, so thinking about the future is now, although that I said that it's pointless, but if you're the like, if you have a dream and if you have to start your own dream, and that is the goal you want to achieve. So you have to think about it now.
Okay, so now let's see. Okay, and where do you want to live? To stay in Hanoi or to change the place?
I think that I would like to stay in Hanoi if I can find a good job. And do you remember the people are affected by brain drain? That's people just going to another country for better salary and better lives.
Lives.
Yeah, better lives and better lives and better salary. And I think that I won't be affected by brain drain. And I think that instead in Hanoi is like the best choice.
Okay, now let's see. Okay, now we finished our class. Okay, and I want to ask you, do you have any questions for me? I can say that these topics that we covered today was really interesting. What do you think?
I think that I don't have any questions, and I'm very interesting. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for everything. Okay, see you on Wednesday, and that's it. Bye bye.
Yes. Yeah. Bye bye. Okay.